everyone, Nathan and Emma here from Mighty Lancer Games. Welcome to this evening's stream.
I don't know if we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can we hear him?
Hi everyone, Nathan here.
And
Welcome.
Did you not have your microphone switched on?
No. No.
Have a hydrate from Pete just for being a silly sausage.
Yeah.
So
No.
you're going to move it closer to you.
I'm going to.
Oh dear.
I'm going to bring that further down.
Batman suddenly rose up.
Yeah. Is that a bit better?
Switch your microphone off and then move it closer to you. And try again.
Is that better?
Ah, dearie me.
I don't know.
Go on,
So-
then, let's start again.
Hi everyone, Nathan here from Mighty Lancer Games. Welcome to this evening's stream where I will be painting Batman. This is Ben Affleck Batman from my Suicide Squad box set that Mrs MLG bought me for my birthday.
25 years ago.
Possibly 5 years ago. So this will be the first mini that I've painted from the set, and I'm going to use this as my submission for the MLG.
Why are we saving the game?
Yeah, I don't know. Saving the settings.
Pete's
Saving
given
the
us
settings.
a yellow card and WikiD wants us to save the game. I think everyone's gone slightly nuts.
Yeah, this will be the first mini. I'm going to use this as my Great MLG Brush Off Mini for the month. Screen and film. Batman, one of my favourite superheroes.
Hey Goblin Square. Oh, save the settings. Unfortunately, every time you come out of OBS, and it might just be me, and then you go back in again to do a stream, all the settings have changed and you have to sort them all out again. It's very
we have to set the cameras up every single time.
You're very close to the bottom of your screen, despite the fact you told me you weren't going to be.
Okay.
So what's your plan with good old Batman, and why are you painting it?
Why? I've just said I'm going to do it for the Great MLG Brush Off.
Oh, but why?
Film and screen, because it's
You've read it forever.
film and screen. So earlier on today I was just doing a little bit of work on something else, and I thought, haha, thank you Goblin
Woo!
Squire.
Look, 10 things. I don't think we've ever had a 10 thing. And a Pikachu. That's very kind of you, Goblin Square.
Awesome, thank you.
You just seem to be hiding behind some writing now. That's a bit rubbish.
I've completely
I'm going to...
completely lost my thread. Oh yeah, so earlier on today I was painting something.
Doesn't take a lot to confuse you, does it?
No, I was painting something else, and I thought these colours look a bit like the Joker, kind of like bright green and purple. Yeah, so I was painting something and I thought these colours look a bit like the Joker's kind of green and purple colour scheme. And then I thought, maybe instead of doing an alien, and that's a bit boring, isn't it? An alien queen. Maybe instead of doing that I should do maybe like the Catwoman or something like that from the Batman set. And I thought, I know. Because rather than going and getting the Catwoman figure that I've got and doing that for the MLG Brush Off, I should get the Batman figure out that I have, which is this one, and paint this instead. So I did. And then I'm going to get the Catwoman figure out and I'm going to paint that for Goblinspiration.
Ah, that sounds like a plan. Hey, Karanaka!
Hi!
Goblin Squire says, the real question is, how many chickens have made it into the water? Wait, not chickens. Chickens don't want to be in the water. He says, unless they are champion swimming chickens, the chicken's even more evil cousin. Mickey doesn't like chickens.
Doesn't she?
How is everybody? How are we all doing? How is everybody else's great MLG brush off and goblin inspiration coming along? This is my goblin inspiration. This is on the theme of cat. This is a Hellcat. This is getting a very quick paint job, as you can see. I have got no plan, don't know what I'm doing. Currently it's had black primer and now it's having crimson red, very rubbishly dry brushed over the top.
Why is that?
Karanoka says, I've narrowed my choice down to a mere 6 minis. Is that for Goblin Inspiration, MLG brush off, or both? Do you want to tell us what your 6 minis are, or are you keeping them secret? This is my MLG brush off mini. This is the Mad Hatter. Currently is armless, so he's no threat. And Sharon is painting great brush off right now. Oh, look at you all.
Yeah.
And I think that is what Hamish is doing when we go raid over at 8 o'clock to Goblin Squire's stream. I believe that is what Goblin Squire will be doing as well. So even more miniature awesomeness follows on from us. We'll head over there as hostages.
Hostage.
So I hope you'll stick around and stay with us until then, and then head over to Goblin Squire at 8 o'clock. That would be cool.
Definitely. So I've got this guy. In fact, I did have a thought. Earlier on. So seeing as I've never painted any of the minis out of these Batman things, and they are awesome minis, the Night Models figures. That maybe I could try and shoehorn one of these in to one of the challenges each month, so I could get them painted by the end of the year. You know, I've only had them 5 years. We kind of broke the mould with Maldrakar. We might as well try and get something else finished, eh?
Well, that's true. I mean, of course, we don't know what Goblin Inspiration is until the end of each month, because that's a surprise. But we do know what the great MLG brush off themes are. So February is film and screen. March is class or regiment, so like an army or something like that.
Oh, right.
April is creature. May is sci-fi stroke aliens. June is nature. July is tiny. August is flying. September magic. October undead. November monstrous. And December is winter.
Oh, I can definitely think of
Maybe that's
some
shoehorn
things.
some stuff in there.
Yeah, definitely think of some things to get in there.
Wicked D says, I've got my brush off mini primed. Excelente.
Awesome.
Konoko says 6 for Goblin Inspiration, mostly cat people, and some stuff from Signum Games. I hope I've said that right. My movie minis are the skeleton fight from Jason and the Argonauts. That sounds awesome.
That does sound awesome.
I do like Jason and the Argonauts. It's kind of my level. Tony says, I'll be painting Alice's feet in a bit so I can pop her on her marble base. That marble base is pretty amazing. If you haven't seen it, it is in the Discord. Check it out.
Yep.
So, is Batman grey Batman then in Suicide? I can't remember what it looks like because there's so many versions.
So this looks quite light at the moment, but I'm gonna put a wash over it and make it darker. So because it's a very dark grey. For this part of his costume, with like a nice glossy black bat on his chest, and then his cloak and everything is darker. But yeah, it's like a real dark grey for this kind of ribbed portion, and then the other bits are sort of shiny, rubbery black. And I must admit, I haven't quite decided yet whether to paint those in like glossy black or something from Vallejo, or to paint it black and then just give it some little highlights. Haven't quite decided what to do. But I figured by the time I've done the grey, I should have decided. I did contemplate painting it in like original 1960s Batman style. For
I was going to ask.
yeah.
Did he ever have a yellow bat? Was that ever actually a thing? You know, when you see
on
the
his
bat-
chest.
Well, yeah. You know when you see the Batman logo and it's bright yellow. Was that ever actually a thing? I can't remember. I used to like the TV series with what's his face in it?
Adam West.
Yeah. But I can't actually remember what the costume looked like. Did he ever
I
actually have
don't-
a bright yellow? Is
I
that
don't-
just a thing that we think he had?
I think the bat signal was, or symbol, was bright yellow on the Batmobile, on the original thing. But I think it was white on his chest.
Or is this one of those, what is it called? Mandela effect things where we remember stuff that didn't actually happen ever.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look.
Wiki D says, I'm sure he had a yellow bat. Tony says, pops on paint in black by Rolling Stones. What? Painted black by Rolling Stones. Don't know any Rolling Stones songs.
It's a good song, that. Painted Black.
There you go. See? I've been listening to my eclectic mix today, haven't I? Very, very varied from Lily the Pink to Dolly Parton. Tony.
It's good though, because I like it when you sing. I like listening to you.
Yeah, I forgot you were here.
Good. Oh, look, see, he's like virtually finished already.
I'm looking up 60s, but was it 60s?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you see, I did. Look, see, according to Google, the TV show, he had his bluey grey costume and then a yellow oval with a black bat.
Ah, that's it.
Which is what
Yes,
just written. Just written.
I
Googled it.
I didn't think it was a yellow bat, but yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Holy Batman. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that, can you? That's awesome. Got his tights on and everything.
Yep. So, I just need to find my reference picture.
Tony says I was going by memory. I haven't got one of those, Tony, so I have to look stuff up. I can remember song lyrics to obscure songs when I start to hear the song, but actual real life, no memory of that. Like, know all the words to My Boomerang Won't Come Back and Lily the Pink, but remembering actually important stuff or even semi-important stuff, nope, not a chance.
Why is it that every time you go on a website now, you have to do the stupid cookies things? There we go, it looks like that one.
Well, that's helpful for everybody, isn't
I know, I was showing you. Sorry, darling. Right, so I need to do some, like, brassy coloured bits on his belt. I've covered that in cling film. This is an unsuccessful painting stream this evening. I do apologise, everybody. I'm going to use this scrunty looking palette here.
What's scrunty?
It's shady looking.
Scrunty.
To get some bronze. Now what? Get a little bit of bronze so I can paint the his belt buckles and stuff.
So did you like Suicide Squad then? The original one? 'Cause there's been another one since.
Yeah, I've liked them both. To be fair, they're all right. Not masterpieces, but they're good as action films go, I think.
Going up, it says scrawny and runty. Scrunty. What does everybody else think to the Suicide Squad films? Has anybody seen them? This box set was from the original one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But there has been another one since then.
Yeah, I've had it a while. It was like a
Well, we still got some.
No. It was a limited edition thing at the time. So we've had it for 5 years. 5 years we've had it, I think. pretty sure it's 5 years.
Hi, Weekend Geek.
Somebody might correct me on the release date of the film, but I think it's about that long. And then, so I've got. It came with a whole load of figures, and then here we've got the Joker, Jared Leto Joker, and Harley
Just
Quinn.
White. Do you want to raise it up?
So there we go. So Jared Leto Joker and Harley Quinn, who obviously need like painting and sorting out. And then there's Deadshot and Katana and Captain Boomerang and El Diablo and Whiplash, who's the guy who gets his head blown up. And there's no Rick Flag in it, which is a bit of a shame. There's a Killer Croc. And then there are a couple of goons, shall we say, like Joker's goons in it. There's a guy in a panda suit with a squad automatic weapon. And yeah, because they're like out of the film. So yeah, guy in a panda suit, and then there's a couple of others.
Weekend Geek says, loved the last one they did. The first one was bad. Wicked D says, which is very confusing because they're both purple. Not watched. Batman bores me. Oh, dearie me. Hey Chunkster, which Batman is it?
Chunkster's a Batman fan.
Which Batman is it you are painting? It's from the Suicide Squad box.
This is the Ben Affleck Batman sculpt from the Suicide Squad box set.
And Weekend Geek says, wait, you sold it. I don't know what that means. Coronoko says, I think that they're the best films ever made that are named the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's
very
right.
Good. Junk says, you're finally painting that box set. Yeah, it's only been a few years. Just a few.
Yeah, it's been a while, but finally getting around to it.
It's for the Great MLG Brush Off, which
It is.
The theme for February is film and screen. So he's taken that opportunity to finally paint something from that box set that he begged for his birthday and then never painted.
Begged for?
Yeah, you said you really wanted it.
I did.
It's really cool. I really like blah blah. Oh, look, I'm just going to put it on top of that cupboard there and never touch it again.
No, I'm touching it.
And obviously that never happens with any other minis. Nobody else does that with just you. It's not a well-known thing that all miniature painters do at all.
Anyway, yes, I'm finally getting around to it. And I've got a few other Night Models minis that I've collected over the years. So expect to see a couple more of these guys getting painted this year. I've got a really nice Poison Ivy mini. And a couple of Catwomans and a couple of others that I really like the look of. I haven't got, which is why I'm painting Batman, haven't got a Captain America mini, and I realise he's not a DC hero, but he is my favourite superhero, Captain America. He's the greatest. The Steve Rogers Captain America. Have to be clear. I've never been a fan of when they make Bucky or Falcon win Captain America.
Trunks says, I've got to finish my stuff I got from Black Friday at some point.
Oh yeah.
What paints and stuff are you using for that then?
So the grey that I've put on here is Green Stuff World Slate Grey. And this black that I'm using is Reaper Pure Black currently. So I undercoated it with Reaper Brush On Primer because it was chucking it down this morning and I wasn't going outside to undercoat it. with a spray primer. So he got brush on primered this morning, and I just need to go and tidy these black bits up before I decide what I'm doing with them. I think highlighting is probably going to be what I'm going to do, rather than just painting them glossy black and leaving them.
I know, because says that's because Captain America is the best superhero. And Tony says, I need to paint up my Watchmen box set. You like that, didn't you? I don't like Watchmen. It's not really got things in that I like, but you like it, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really good. I really like Rorschach. The characters are great. The what? Sorry, I can't remember the name of the guy. The owl guy is he's got a proper name, hasn't he? Can't remember his name. He isn't just called Owl Man, I don't think. But he's like the Bruce Wayne of that series, which is pretty cool. And then there's like the comedian and Silk Spectre and stuff. They're great characters.
Chunks says he's in the Crisis Protocol starter, is the captain. And Weekend Geek wants to know if you've ever watched a HBO series. I doubt it very much. And is it Night Owl that you're talking about?
That's it, Night Owl.
Come on. Owl Man, I can't remember. Yeah, Night Owl.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just get brain slip, don't you? Just get brain slip. Yeah, well, I started watching the HBO series, Watchmen. But it's kind of like set after, isn't it? And I didn't really get on with it. I didn't enjoy it. The first episode or two that I watched, and you didn't want to watch it at all, did you? So that makes things like a little bit more difficult, because then I have to try and watch it like while you're asleep or something, which isn't easy. So not really got round to that. Did it get more than one series? I don't think it did it?
Don't know. I didn't watch it. I've just finished watching Castlevania. But that's got nothing to do with superheroes.
Yeah. No, but what... go on, give us a review of Castlevania.
It's good. I liked it. It's about as much review as you're going to get.
Is there going to be any more, do you know?
No, there's not going to be any more, because the bloke who did it, the right eary bloke, thinks naughty, and there isn't going to be any more. So
he's naughty.
Yeah, there's all sorts of accusations about him and things.
Oh right, okay.
But I don't know the ins and outs, but there isn't going to be any more. Now, there was 4 seasons, I think, and it does finish properly.
Does it?
Yeah, it doesn't just end. It does finish. Because I hate that when you're watching something and then it's being cancelled or something, and it just ends for no reason at all, and it doesn't make any sense, and there's so many loose ends to wrap up, but it does actually end on a ending.
Right.
Tony says it's just the one series. It's a tricky one to watch, as it kind of goes down a woke route at first, but it was a solid series. Weekend Geek says.
What does woke mean?
Some young people speak. I don't know. Not being a young person.
I don't know.
Maybe we should do a TikTok about it.
What about woke?
About being woke. We don't know what it means.
Try not to. What have I done?
I don't know. What have you done?
I was trying very carefully to paint the edges of this bat on his chest, and then
has he got a bat on his chest?
Yeah, and then ended up leaning his cloak that I've literally just painted with wet paint against the palm of my hand.
Well, that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. What a donkey.
Weekend Geek says, Just Push's a race agenda feels almost forced, but like I said, it all pieces together eventually, and it's fantastic.
Right.
So what's woke man then?
I don't. Well,
You didn't just
I
wake
don't
up
know.
one day and watch it.
Yeah. Does it mean something like it's trying to be too
I don't know.
relevant or
I have no
whatever?
idea. It's all these new words that they
don't
come out with. Being all trendy and stuff like that. But anyway, you'll probably never get to watch it, will you? So, unless you watch it on your phone.
Yeah.
And that's always poop, isn't it? Trying to watch it on a tiny little screen.
Yeah. It's alright.
Apparently, woke means alert to injustice in society, especially racism. We need to stay angry and stay woke. That's made up nonsense, surely. God, you two, you aren't that old. No, well, we're not that old, but that's a nonsense sentence. You young people make up all these nonsense sentences that we're supposed to just know what they mean.
Yeah.
But anyway...
Right.
Gosh, didn't you know that's what it meant, really? No, why would we? Why would I know that's what it meant?
Yeah.
Tony says, I like the HBO series. Also, really enjoyed Lovecraft Country too. We watched some of that, didn't we?
We watched a couple of episodes and decided that it wasn't really.
We have to really like something because we don't get a lot of time to watch TV. So we have to really be interested in something to bother. Because otherwise it's just, we've watched that and that's wasted our bit of TV time. I think we probably still have that Lovecraft Country thing recorded, just never actually finished watching it. It's difficult because you work every day in the world and then you work late nights on Thursdays and Fridays. And then we can't watch stuff like that when little Miss is awake. So when we watch telly as a family, obviously, we can't watch. So it's very hard to just fit stuff in. I watch more because when you're at the shop, I'm at home on a night time. So, which is how come I end up watching things like Castlevania and Sword Art Online. And
You quite like your anime stuff, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah. But I only like certain types. And it's very hard to find types that, don't disrupt my prudishness. That I don't have to fast forward quite a lot. So I'm a sensitive little soul.
Could I have, my darling, the Reichland Flesh Shade?
Perhaps. Yeah, there you go. Waking Geek says Lovecraft Country was great too. Confusing at first. It takes all 10 episodes and then you get it. I don't think it was confusing. It was just it didn't engage us enough. We were maybe doing something else at the same time. We probably had a laptop on our knee at the same time or something daft like that.
Yeah, maybe we'll give it another go.
Tony says starts to make sense as it went on. Castlevania was amazing. Yep, Castlevania's cool. I like that. Watched it all now though. Next.
Yeah, what are you going to watch
I
next?
don't know. I haven't actually got anything to watch next. Yeah, because I've watched all my Sword Art and I've watched all my 7 Deadly Sins and I've watched all my Castlevania, so I'm not sure actually what's gonna be next. I'm sure I'll peruse the old net of flicks and have a look. Or I could just go to bed on time. I mean, that would be more sensible than waiting up for you.
That would be more sensible.
Dragon Prince. What's that about then, Mickey D? I do wish you two would change your colours. I get very confused. Sharon says Dragon Prince was lovely. Oh, I don't know. I've never known an anime be called lovely. Is it not an anime? And Pete says hydrate.
Hydrate. Very well.
I don't know how to work Amazon Prime. I don't know how to work Netflix.
Just the same way you work Netflix, darling.
Yeah, but it looks weird when you go on it.
Don't know.
Maybe it's broke.
I need non oil, please. Next, thank you, darling.
You just want all my stuff?
No, you can have it back.
There you go, sweetheart. There's another season coming out soon. Yes, it's Anna. What's it about then, Wicked D? If Sharon says it's lovely, and the last thing that I watched was Castlemania, which isn't lovely. It's about vampires and there's lots of blood. What's Dragon Prince about? I did start watching Centaur World.
Yeah, I was just going to say I would be very
insane.
disappointed if it wasn't actually about a dragon prince.
Centaur World is the worst thing ever, and I stopped watching it. Maybe I should have carried on to find out what it was about, but it was just nuts.
But then Sword Art Online
It's about
didn't
an
really
elf
make sense
war.
to me. So.
Oh, yeah, well, Sword Art Online made perfect sense. It's about an elf war. What's that got to do with a dragon? There's some dragons in it. It's called Dragon Prince. Isn't Arcane meant to be great too? I don't know. I've not seen that one.
No.
There's only one bit of Sword Art Online that I don't like, but everything else was alright.
Right. Is that one of them bits?
That's one of them bits. I don't like them bits, do I? Unnecessary bits. Andy was raving on at it, was he? Oh, I don't talk to Andy because I don't leave the house.
Yeah, I've not watched any of that kind of arcane stuffs. I know that there's a few things being based on it, so it must have a relatively cult following. That's something. Isn't Arcane based on that game that Goblin Squire plays?
League of Legends.
League of Legends, that's it, isn't it?
Yep, that's what Weekend Geeks just said. Just at the same time.
Right.
So it's the new one then? Is it new?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah, it
right,
must be new.
Not seen it. Yeah, Hamish plays League of Legends. And I watch him play and I still don't understand what's going on. So that's good. Wiki D says, the series follows the story of the Prince half-brothers, Callum and Ezran, probably, and the elf Rayla, and that's his familiar name, who, as they take care of the infant dragon prince. Oh, that sounds so boring. Does anything happen? Or are they just taking care of a baby? You're not selling it like Where's the vampires and the things being killed and the people coming from hell and stuff like that? That's what you need. Apparently it's awesome. Or maybe I should give it a go then. If it's awesome.
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
Knock it till you try it. You gotta watch it. Weekend Geek says, only 6 episodes, I think. We've switched back to that arcane now. The series only references League of Legends, but it's very newbie friendly.
Alright.
And Wicked D says, well, you've got no else to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Got the great interior design challenge to watch.
All right. I've just applied a wash to Batman. So I'm just going to touch up that bit on his cloak there where the paint's got knocked off. And then while that wash dries, I am going to switch back over to getting some green paint down on this beastie, I think. So that's how he's looking so far.
Oh, hang on then.
Dinner, Batman. So that's how Batman's looking so far. Coming on all right. I think I need to actually, before I put this away, I'm gonna maybe just make this grey a little bit darker.
Sharon says, well, I love the Legend of... Oh, no, I've just got an email pop up blocking it. The Legend of Vox Machina? Is that how you say that? I don't know how you say that. But it's really not family friendly. I don't have to be family friendly when I watch on my own. It's just certain scenes I don't like. We can have all swearing. We can have all blood and people being cut off. It's just other stuff I don't like. So what's that then? What's this box thing about then? Tony says, does it have Tom Selleck and an 80s soundtrack we could do? Oh, that'd be cool. Get a bit of Magnum PI going on. I watched the new ones of those.
Yeah, you watch Magnum and you watch MacGyver, don't you?
Yeah, but the new ones. Yeah. Got some sad eclectic mix, that's what it is.
MacGyver. You used to really enjoy MacGyver when I was a kid. I mean, the new ones are alright as well, but it's definitely like gone too deep. Where it, rather than just being like an A-team type program, let's go and help those guys over there with something. It's definitely more going on in it.
Yes, there's lots of terrorists and stuff, and there's lots of like scenes about their love lives and complications in that way. You're like, no, just invent something with paper clips and go and save somebody, it'll be fine. Yeah, I've watched all the new seasons, but this season I'm not really bothered because it's got a bit. I'm bored now. Bored of you two being boyfriend and girlfriend and falling out all the time. Build something.
Yeah. Oh, and there was the one that I watched. There was lots of references to COVID, wasn't there? And everybody had like face masks and they were all self-isolating and stuff.
We've had a message held for reasons of race, ethnicity or religion. We can geek. Apparently you're not allowed to write that because
whatever it was.
Well, I can see it because the bot doesn't like it.
Ah.
But I can see it, so thank you. There you go. Look, reworded.
Ah, right.
Sharon says, it's based on a D&D campaign, so usual group-going adventure. There are a couple of those scenes. I like the way you all know what I mean. Well, hope we all know what I mean. It could be anything. And it gets pretty dark, but all in all, it's a D&D adventure. Or if it gets dark and it's got those things in, then it's maybe not for me. Ooh, Batman changed. Ricky D says, yes, he suddenly bulked up into Hulk.
Yep. So this is a second Maw Crusher. So this one is one that I have 3D printed from some STL files that I discovered that I had, and so apparently my Orc army works best with two of these beasties, and I don't like having models that are the same when they're supposed to represent characters. So 3D printed this guy, and this is it, similar to the other one. This is its Son's wings. I think that's correct. And this one's getting painted green. He's a big ugly mug. So I did a little bit before the stream, so you can see there. That's the colour of the resin that I used to print him, translucent red. I needed to hold on to that bit earlier on, so we can colour that bit in now.
Weekend Geek says, didn't even know that was out yet. And Shaman says, those scenes are not in a dark way. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like dark things. Well, kill things. Kill things, fine. Yeah. I've got a question for you here. That's actually related to miniatures. How about that?
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So, this is my Mad Hatter, which is for my Great MLG brush off. This is from Black Scorpion, which unfortunately we can't stock because they don't sell to shops. So that's a bit rubbish, but anyway. And Nathan got this from Vat Attack for me at the weekend. So what colour is my question? So he's got a green coat with a black, a blue, brown. Yeah, that's the colour, brown back. What colour should I do his shirt? So this big sleeve here, and then his other arm attaches like that. What colour shall I do his shirt? So his gun will be like a brownie colour. What colour should his shirt be? I was thinking, because he's Mad Hatter, maybe like purples, but then I don't want it to clash too much with the lady at the bottom. So, I don't know.
Yeah, purple will clash, won't it? I think, like you say. So I think it needs to be like a light colour, light blue or light green or something.
Well, I wouldn't do it like so dark purple, but yeah. So, Sharon says red or purple or white. Mickey D says orange. Anoka says off-white. Probably white is I'm not very good at painting it. Orange. Orange?
Yeah, well, I didn't see. I thought
Well,
orange
his
earlier
beard's
on, but then
orange. Would
yeah,
that not blend in with his beard?
that's why I didn't suggest orange earlier, because I thought it might clash a little bit. Oh no! Some of the paint's ripped off. What's going on there?
Would orange not clash with his beard, do you think? Azrael says red. Do we think a light colour then? Is that what we're thinking? A light.
Yeah, I think
colour so it doesn't.
I think a really light red, light pink.
Pink? No, you're turning into Pete. And what do we think to him so far? It's a bit of a strange miniature. We've had a discussion about it in Discord. It is a little bit weird. I've tried to make the completely naked lady down here not look like a completely naked lady and like a Cheshire cat.
Yeah.
Which is a bit
Good suggestion by me.
good suggestion by you. I haven't really succeeded, but that's my effort. That's what's happening. If you went a bright orange, I don't think it would clash. No.
Why am I putting that away? Might as well just use it. I've got all these orcs here that I can do the skin on while I'm waiting for Batman to dry. Get some paint going on the War Chanter.
War Chanter? What's that?
Yeah, this is War Chanter is a Iron Jaws character. Is this guy with his beating sticks? So he drums out a beat that gets the boys wound up for a battle. So you can get some extra buffs for you guys from this guy. And then he also whacks people with him as well. He's not a terrible fighter.
That's good then. Oh no, don't hit you, I've got a drum. Whack! Dark blue would look good. Yeah, yeah. I've managed to hobby in some way every day this year, says Azrael. Do you know when you will have any Tyrannid warriors in?
Yeah,
for hobbying every day.
we should have some on Thursday, I predict. Should be here on Thursday with our GW restock. If you go to the website and you go on the Tyrannid Warrior page and fill in your email address into the out of stock notification box, as soon as we restock them, you will get an email and it'll tell you that they're back in. But our delivery is expected on Thursday. It's a good feature. Back in stock notification tool.
Also, our TikTok videos at 1.5 million now.
1.5 million.
Yeah, slightly insane. Slightly insane.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's that then.
Lots of people enjoying the TikTok content from Mrs MLG's fine handiwork.
Will you be stocking the Army Painter speed paints? Indeed, indeed. Do we have any time for those? What's it?
I'm expecting them. So the starter set for the speed paints, which is the kind of the first wave that has, I think it's got 10 paints in or something like that. So the first ones of those should start turning up later this week as well.
You did do a little test of them, didn't you?
I did. Got a couple kicking around somewhere. I think I might have put them in that box actually.
Yeah. You did.
Yeah. So yeah, we've had some. We've tried some out. We've got some samples from the guys at Army Painter at Salute. So yeah, quite like them.
You did it on stream, didn't you?
I did. Did that on one of our streams a little while ago. They're pretty good. So that yeah, the starter sets should be here later this week, and then the main release is later this month, when we should get the full rack and display and the rest. Like, so there's a large set that's got one of everything in it, and the small set that's like the starter set. But the small set is coming first, and then the other stuff is coming after.
So what did you think to them when you tried them?
I think they're fine. I prefer them slightly over contrast from GW purely because of the bottle design. I think that they're or thereabouts the same in terms of quality and what have you. Fluidity possibly slightly better, but they both leave a slight glossiness. You'd have to wash them, not wash them. You'd have to varnish them with a matte varnish over the top, I think, to get rid of the glossiness. Very easy to leave your mini shiny.
Have you got the minis that you did near?
No, they're in the cupboard over there. You can get them, I think. But we did a couple of wolves, didn't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, did a couple of wolves, and so we had a brown, a grey, and a blue, and they all turned out pretty cool. But a lot of people are excited for the blue, particularly, I think. Over the thank you for following Papaya Pariah. I like that name. That's cool. Yeah, a lot of people excited for the blue. There's like an ultramarines or ultramarine blue, and I think a lot of people are excited for that because the GW blue, ultramarine blue, a lot of people think that it's not really good enough.
You like the blue?
I thought the blue that we had, I think it's something like Cloudburst Blue, the one that we got as a trial colour, turned out pretty good actually. Considering I'd put it over a wolf and it was fair. But need to experiment a little bit more with like armour and what have you. I think certainly the contrast paints, the GW contrast paints, aren't really suitable for flat areas. So they take a bit of managing the colour into whatever surfaces you're using it on. I've seen some fantastic results with both the Army Painter product and the Green Stuff World Games Workshop contrast paints over metallic undercoats. They look pretty cool. So yeah, check how they look, because you can do some fantastic effects for armour and what have you over a metallic base coat. A nice bright silver, and you can do some pretty cool stuff with them.
Goblin Square says, "Oh man, Twitch has been mean to me all evening and I've only just made it back in. I missed most of the fun. Fun? Well, you can't see what you're painting again. Well, hopefully it'll work for yours, because yours is like 10 minutes time, so hopefully. Yeah. But we have heard that Twitch has been a bit silly.
It was doing something weird for you earlier on, wasn't it?
Yeah, yesterday it was playing up and wouldn't let us have our remote wall or our chat. And when we logged on just before this stream, it had put a big white line through the middle of our whole scene, so you would have just been able to see a bit of my hand and a bit of Nathan's hand and a big white line for no reason at all. It took me ages to get rid of it. Azrael says, I heard speed paint and contrast are really good through an airbrush.
All right. Did we try some contrast through an airbrush? I can't remember. I can't remember if we tried contrast through an airbrush. Definitely tried Tesseract Glow through an airbrush when Tesseract Glow came out. I can't remember if I've done contrast paint through an airbrush.
Karanoko says, you know, it's just a matter of time before Green Stuff World get in on the speed painting craze. Yeah, they'll bring out their own washers. And they're not already got their own
Well, they've already got Intensity inks, which I think are pretty much the same thing. It's just that they don't bang on about them quite as much as everyone, as much as like the other companies. And Army Painter are doing. I think the reason that we've heard so much about Army Painter and a lot of people are excited to try is because Army Painter have obviously done a lot of marketing, started well in advance of release, sending out sample copies to YouTubers and other content creators to raise awareness of the product. And it's obviously a good product because people are saying that it's great. So, and a lot of people maybe put out, if they've got sent a product and they would have to say that it's good, they'll maybe do one video and then they'll do some other stuff that doesn't really talk about it. But I see a couple of content creators that are just making video after video about how they've used it and how great it is. So, you know,
you hope it's true.
We hope it is actually true.
Yeah.
But
you just had a little go on a stream.
I did, yeah. I just had a little go until we get a few more colours. You know, it's difficult to say, but I think that for most painters, they are just going to be another tool, like contrast paints, just something else. So I tend to use contrast paints as different coloured washes and things if I want, depending on what I'm doing. And I guess unless you're dedicated to just solely painting with the speed paint, contrast paint type stuff, I want other things going on in my minis, so it doesn't work for me just as a sole solution.
The contrast paint came in very handy when we were painting the zombies, and we had to paint them very quickly to get them ready for the Halloween game. So there are uses, aren't there? But like you said, it depends on how you paint and what you're after, really, doesn't it?
Definitely. Right, let's see how Batman's getting on.
No.
Batman!
How is Batman doing over there?
Batman's doing alright, actually. I think he's almost dry.
Are you showing us Batman, or are you just having a little look at him yourself?
Oh, well, I was just having a little look at him myself. I missed a bit. There.
How?
I don't know. Missed a bit right in the back of his cloak here. Missed a tiny bit of black. Let's get that sorted out. And then we'll figure out how we're gonna shade and, well, not shade, but highlight this cloak. There we go. Get that sorted out. Nice bit of shadow in there. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to get my brass back.
Oh look, Bold GM's here. We just want to say, Bold GM, that your Clyde is awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely enjoyed that when Mr MLG showed it to me earlier.
Everybody should head over to Twitter now, Bold GM, and have a look at his Clyde. It's ace.
But after our stream and stream, obviously.
Yeah, it is super cool. I think Tommy liked it as well, didn't he? I am going to let this base dry, and then I am going to put some of this over and see what happens. And the dog's snoring. That's not helpful, Gizzy Boo.
It sounded very strange, didn't it?
It was the dog snoring. And I'm still not decided on this. I've had like 1,000 options thrown at me for this guy's shirt, and I still don't know what to do with him. I think it's because I don't really know what to do with him in general that I'm getting myself all a little bit confused.
A little bit confused.
Yeah. It does look, because this is just the grey undercoat, it does look better lighter, doesn't it? But then that means I have to try and paint it lighter, and I'm not very good at that. Well, Jim says yes. Tommy wants one, so I've got some work to do. You see.
So
I don't know what to do with him. Does everybody think the rest of him looks alright? I don't know. There's so much detail.
I think it looks great.
There's a skull here and this scrolly thing, and then I don't know how to make the clock look more like a clock. She's got a clock down there. He's got the watch chain wraps all the way around her and all the way up him and all the way through, and then goes into his eye. Don't know what that's all about. Don't know why it goes into his eye. That's a bit strange. But I don't know. I'm not quite sure what this is. I don't know if it's just a bag with some stuff in or not. Don't know what that is.
Has it got rabbit ears poking out of it?
Oh, that'd be cool, but not that I can tell. But I can't really tell what it is, so.
And you tried finding some resources of other people's painted ones, and
there's a really cool painted one, but they've stuck extra bits on that don't come with him, so that didn't help me. Yeah, it's a strange one, isn't it? Well, Jamie, he is strange. I have to cover her boobs up. Is the Mad Hatter from Black Scorpion, which Mr MLG got for me. But I did paint his eye yesterday until I realised that it is actually the watch chain that goes in there. The white rabbit has been beheaded anyway. Yeah, it'd be cool if it did have some rabbit ears sticking out of that bag. That's why he's got the watch, because he's taken the rabbit. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think I should do. Should I make the beard brighter, or I don't know what to do with him.
I think, no, you might not like it, but I think that you should maybe paint her hair a different colour than purple. So her body's all purple, but then her hair's like.
Yeah, but the Cheshire Cat is all purple.
Colour.
That's the reason. But then what? Keep knocking the camera. What colour would you? But that's why she's got purple hair, because the Cheshire Cat's all purple.
I don't know.
Hey, Crafty, you're just here in time for us to go over to Hamish.
I was going to suggest like a pinky colour, just so it's in the same kind of colour spectrum. But.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so this is what I've done, and then I'm going to put some black over the top of this base, and then I think that's going to be it, because it was only supposed to be a little quick paint job. That was all.
How's your Hellcat?
That's what I'm holding now. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I like that. That looks really good.
So you've got a whole 2 minutes to tell people what's happening tomorrow before we go and see what Hamish is up to.
So tomorrow evening, I did have a plan for tomorrow, but then I've painted it tonight. I said that I was going to paint my brush off mini.
You were going to paint for the orcs or whatever, weren't you? For RCL?
No, I said I was going to paint the brush off mini. Sorry, but now I'm painting my brush off mini right now. So
what are you going to do tomorrow?
So tomorrow I'm going to paint. I'm going to paint this. I'm going to paint Goblin Wolves from Wolves from Reaper for a duo for the RCL. That's what I'm going to do. So, in fact, I might even be working on 2 minis. Damn. Oh dear. Might even be working on 2 minis at once because I've got 2 things to do for the RCL, duo and trio minis. So that's what I will be doing tomorrow. That clatter crash that you heard was my wet palette falling on the floor. Not the wet palette that I'm using here, but the lid and the other bits and pieces. So.
Anyway, on that note, we're going to go and see what Hamish is doing.
Yeah, let's go see what Hamish is doing.
I hope that you'll follow us over. Don't forget to refresh the page when you get over there. Thank you all so much for being with us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
All awesome.
See you soon.
And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock UK time, when the boy over there will be painting some more stuff and I'll just be waffling on in the background about nothing. Bye everyone!
Cheers, thanks!